This camera is like one of those dome cameras. It is so, it's the definition of my camera that I paid $450 for. I actually get 4 of them around my house with AUT. And I think they like maybe 750 DPI. They not even high definition. These are high definition cameras. And for some reason, I think legally, you can't listen with those cameras, audio. This is like a two-way intercom. This does almost everything that, like if you Skype on your phone, the only difference is like 10 times better. So when I saw it, the potential that I saw, there are 2 types. And the potential that I saw in there, could you get my bags with the loose one? Because I'm going to take the loose one out and show people. The potential that I saw in this has the potential to save lives. Think about all of the most families, poor families, have usually both working parents, and a lot of them usually have a single parent raising children in the home. How many people are at work, their children call them, say, no food, I need some money, I need to eat, blah, blah, blah. You have people in and out of their house. With this, whenever your door is open, you can set the sensitivity. I have it hanging over my front door. So anybody comes in and out of my door, you can set the sensitivity. It'll let you know somebody's coming in your house. If somebody rings your doorbell, you'll see them ring the doorbell, and you can actually talk to them from your desk at work. One thing that I really, really like about this, besides the convenience of like having a paid security guard sitting at your door that can talk to you and can talk back, I can zoom in and see. I own a business, and my business is in the basement of my house. I can zoom in and see my inventory. If I'm out of town and my wife is trying to make a sale and she can't find something on the inventory, I can follow her around. This right now is on tracking. It's following me. It should be. I think it's on tracking. Oh, yeah. Now let me turn my phone on. You can set it to track. You can set it to sit still. You can even set it to pan around the room. But what I want to do is mirror this, and Robin, I'm gonna let you do that right quick. He's got his camera. What you want to turn it to? Yeah, I'm gonna turn it on. I have a pantry. I got 3 shelves on my wall. And I have bins, those little plastic bins on the shelf. So I keep like Ziplocs, paper towel, peanut butter and jelly, rice, oatmeal, everything. I got a ton of stuff. I almost could show you if we can get on the Wi-Fi. I have all of this stuff on the shelf. I'm in the store in Sam's Club, and I'm calling home, and nobody answers the phone. Then I remember I got a camera at the bottom of my steps that can see the wall that I got all of my stuff on. I'm looking at the shelf. It's high definition. I can look and see how many cans of corn or I have or don't have. I know a lot of people don't eat canned goods, but I like my canned corn. And what else I got in cans? I like canned clams. I like to make my own clam chowder. It's really good. And I eat sardines. I eat out the can all the time. But so I have my canned goods up there, and I got my organic rices and stuff and teas. My wife and I, we drink what we call dessert teas. Like when you get a sweet tooth after dinner, sometime we drink a tea to kind of calm that. Okay. Oh yeah, put us up there. She gonna put us up there. This. Now I don't have to unplug it. She brought me one. Now let's say you're a contractor. Bring me one that's got something in it. Bring me a different one. Robin.
I'm sure mine.
This one's empty. Okay. Let's say you're a contractor, and some contractors have tens of thousands of dollars, or maybe at least $1,000 worth of equipment in their truck, and they don't. Some of them. I know a guy, he's got this ingenious little thing he drags out the back of his truck bed that he can roll into his garage. But a lot of people don't have that, and so they have valuable things on their truck. You can put one of these in your truck. It runs off of micro SD. You know the micro SD cord that you use for your Samsung, Apple. Also, you can, any plug power source, you put the power source in there, and you can remotely put Velcro on the back of this and stick this anywhere in your car you want. You can literally put it anywhere. Are we on? So how we got the image rotate? Let me rotate the image. Go back to the camera. What'd you do? Oh, you want me to rotate the image? It's on the camera, just that camera? Image rotate. I don't see why the image needs to be rotated, but okay. Can you put that full screen? Is it possible?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. This right here, that's the only thing, if you have a high-powered light shining directly into it, that's the only thing that might disturb it. Let me see if I can get that on this screen. You all can see that screen. That's how you clear a picture. Now watch what I do. I'm gonna stand up here. Watch what I do. Anywhere I put my finger, see me touch my finger? That's where it's gonna zoom in. It's where it moves. There's even a navigate. Oh, which camera is on? That's this camera. Let's switch to the other camera. This camera, it can move. And it will follow and track if it's on track. Let me see if it's on track. Now let's say, now the sensitivity is not on, so it's not sending me any alerts. If I had the sensitivity on to pick up alerts for motion, then what it would do is it would send an alert to my phone, and I would hear it beep. It would. I forget how the beep sounds. I've had it on.
You're out in the front though.
That's the recording.
Nah, I'm waiting on the. I'm waiting on this camera to boot up.
Oh, okay.
Okay. Because I had it off in my pocket. Now something's moving.
That's me.
Oh, that's you. Okay. Oh, good. Good. Okay. Well. Oh, this is my whole idea. Most of the cameras that are on the market, you have to buy a package with a security system, or you have to buy a set of cameras, or a camera with a DVR in order to have this. This has a micro SD card in it, which takes the place of the, you know how they always show, where's the videotape when the gas station get robbed or something? This is the videotape, that mini micro SD card, the same one that's in your phone. Some of them come with, you can get them with a 32 gig, or you can get a 64 gig. What I'm hoping is to be able to sell this as a package with a card in there. You can upgrade it, make the prices reasonable. For under $100, you can get a camera that's this high quality without having to pay a monthly fee. Let's say you rent. A lot of people don't have security systems because they would be willing to pay whatever it costs a month to have a camera or a security system that they can watch and they can have a relative sense of security when they leave town, but they are renting from somebody and they don't want to invest all that money into a security system, and they might not be there in 6 months or next year. This, you can take with you every day. You just unplug it, and wherever it goes, you go. You just hook into the Wi-Fi. And I'm going to try to reboot, because we're in a different room, and I want to show you this camera too. And, okay. It's slow booting up. I'm trying to figure out why it's not booting up. Hey, Robin, why it's not booting up? Camera on off. The camera is off. Okay.
It might just be this room.
Could be this room. Are we near the Wi-Fi?
Yeah, but it's Wi-Fi in here.
Okay. So this one,
It's the one.
this one is on, but this one, when that happens, should I unplug it and plug it back in? Okay, well, I'm gonna unplug it and plug it back in. Moving it around, if you had this, you would be moving it like I'm moving, because it works on Wi-Fi. And what I like about this,
There you go.
this can also jobs. A person that does service already, like if I'm coming to your house to, repair your refrigerator, your dryer or something, or maybe do some work, fix your back porch or something like that, I can have these in the trunk of my car and sell you security monitoring system that you can't get nowhere else. And I'm pretty sure the reason why they don't have this, because China is ahead of them with the technology. So I put a call into them about 3 weeks ago, a month ago maybe, and their distributors. I filled out the distributors thing, and I told them who we are, and I told them that in the inner cities and at schools that this is something that's now bringing the security to the poor class, below the poverty line, and at poverty line people that can't afford this. Now this is putting some technology in their hand that they can carry anywhere in their pocket. Is booting up?
Yeah, we would have to redo it for whatever reason.
Okay, now.
Oh, there it is.
Oh, it's on. Okay. Watch this. Is it tracking me?
Yeah.
Is the camera following?
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, it picked up her. To me, that's just amazing. Now watch this. Assalamu alaikum. That's just amazing. When my children, I said they're doing okay. Now I don't want to hear myself. Okay, so I'm put it on mute. I got it set on in here for intercom. I can have it set for intercom or for mute, and you see the quality. Now, this is the screen. Watch, wherever I touch the screen, that's where the camera's gonna go. I want it to come back here, and there's also a little. You see the navigator? That's even better. Can you all see the navigator right there? I'm moving the camera this way. I'm moving the camera up, moving it down. When my children come in the door, I move it down. I say, "Hey, pick your shoes up. Put your shoes together. Put them back on the mat." You know. And I don't have to move a muscle. I could be on the phone. I could be giving myself a manicure. I could be doing whatever, but I don't have to be interrupted because I got this thing. And also, if I can't see something too well, I can zoom in. Most of those cameras we have, the security cameras, you can't give it to the police, the tape to the police, because it's not clear. It just looked like a person, you know. And this is another thing that I really like about this. So what we're hoping is that this is something that we can take advantage of, and if we get a decent price on it, then each camera, as opposed to carrying something like perishable, like bean pie or some sausages that's gonna spoil in the trunk of your car, or bananas or something, we as a community, we need to get out of the Americans in general. We need to get our minds out of the mode of just being consumers, and we have to realize and see that products. There's maybe if we counted every store-bought product in this room, there might be 100 products in this room alone. And if it's something that our community needs, just like my father turned us on, he was trying to wake our minds up to something when he said toilet paper, toothbrush, things that we don't even think twice about. We should feel that we should supply these things to ourselves. Yeah. You know, some things are personal, and some people don't love you like you love them. And there's a lot of people that don't think nothing like us, so they look down on you when you come in buying your personable things, and you send your wife in the store buying it from them. They feel like they the man, and you the boy. And they used to call us that. They used to tell us, you the boy. I'm the man, you a boy. Yes, sir. So we should want more independence, and just look at it this way. If you buy a pencil, you got one pencil, right? But if you go to Sam's Club and buy a case of pencils, now you a pencil distributor if you want to be. If people need pencils, we used to do this kind of thing. Right. Like the Uber when I was in high school, if I needed gas money, I would be like, y'all got gas money? Who got a quarter? A gallon of gas was like 50 cents when I was in high school. It might have been 20 cents, but I was like, you got a quarter, you can ride all day with me. Like, jump in. And that's how I got gas. I didn't have a job, and I didn't ask my mama for gas money. I just piled however many people would fit in my back seat, and I filled my tank up by the end of the day. That was the Uber. And if I had something, I forgot about this. This was way back. We was up all night Saturday night. Was it Saturday night or Friday night? Khalid. That was Friday night. We was up all Friday night talking. We have really good big plans about investing in this and becoming independent owners of the purchase that we make and selling them in our various, and just to have extra money. We're not gonna quit our day jobs, but just to have extra money and to offer make job opportunities for other youngsters. Because as you see, this is portable. I can show up on the playground parking lot or on your company parking lot on your lunch break while they eating their Subway sandwiches and smoking cigarettes, and I can sell as many people out there, everybody out there, this is new, they don't know about this. There's nothing comparable to this. There's nothing as high as quality that's out there on the market. And you say, well, how come you talking about it and you haven't even invested in it? Because I learned that if the big fish gonna get it, they gonna get it, whether I keep it a secret or not. And so at least we put our bid in, and we're out there. The company know us, and they know we're serious about doing this. And we need it more than anybody else. Maybe some of them big fish out there will say, hey, I like what you're saying. I heard about it. I want to invest. I don't want to take it over. I just want to help you be successful. And that's where we're at right now. The things Akbar is telling you about that golf and all of that. The people up on high have been watching our community for a long time.
Yes,
and they're trying to give us some help. But we have to get out of this idea that ain't nothing gonna change. We need a reboot, like the brother said. We need to reboot, get back in gear, and tell our young people that nothing beats a failure like a try. They say, well, what I'm gonna sell? What I'm gonna do? You don't have to only scrub floors and wash windows and clean up trash and do all of this. You can do whatever you set your mind to. You go and buy one of something. Let's say I want to sell big screen TVs. You know, that's not out of our reach. You go and buy one big screen TV, get it on sale at a discount, advertise it, promote it, go door to door, and let people know I got this killer sale. Tell them I'm a distributor, tell them I got a store, build you a website. That's another thing. We need to learn how to build our own websites. I can't even count the websites I have. How many websites I got? Like 10, 20? I got a bunch of them. So have you a website, and now you look just like the electronics store. You can make it look like whatever you want. You can take a picture, they can duplicate your one TV and duplicate it and make it look like you got 500 of them. And they get you some empty boxes and say you got another inventory, another 100,000. Because if your consumer is stupid, then you can't help them overnight. So you get their money first and then help them later. and that's what we are. We're a bunch of stupid consumers because we don't see money everywhere. Everything is money. Anything you want to sell, anything you can buy, you can sell. And you know what? Most of people, I don't like to use that language, but white folks, a lot of them do. All of them ain't always been doing the right thing.
That's right.
Most of them in the same boat we in. But a lot of them, they don't throw away nothing. They buy something 30, 40 years ago, they still got the box that came in. And go to their garage sales, they be selling that old crap. And somebody give them money for it. Somebody give them money for it.
Yes, sir.
So why can't you sell your stuff? You know, get an upgrade. We do it all the time. We trade our old car in for a couple $100 and get a new car. You can do that with anything you own. You got a jacket, sell it, get you a new jacket. But then if you're good at sales, which we are, most black people, I ain't never met a young black man, a young teenager that couldn't sell something. They be sitting there quiet, looking like they can't sell something. Tell them you'll give them some money and give them a job, and you look up, you got a little salesman on your hand. So this is something I want to do, and I got one more other thing. And some of the people I ran this by, they said, somebody gonna take that idea from you and do. You can't stop them. My father got some musky shea butter from Africa. Nobody even heard of shea butter. Only butter we knew was cocoa butter and the kind you put on your pancakes, you know. He come with shea butter and convinced us because we knew who he was. He's the son of the Honorable Elijah Muhammad, one of the most successful men. As a matter of fact, this month is his month.
That's Allahu Akbar.
They don't know it yet. Black History Month is Elijah Muhammad's month. No black man on the face of the earth has ever got as many poor black people, disenfranchised black people, who have been, the human being have been distracted from them in genocide. We were made to be a tool, less than an animal. We was a cheap tool that they discarded when they got through with it. Neutered us, took the man out of most of us, and then put us in the field and say and go to work until your back is broken or until you deceased. And that's who we were. And that's a lot of us is still that way. That we don't see ourselves as a human being equal to the rest of the people. So Honorable Elijah Muhammad did something that's miraculous that the social scientists and the scientists, period, going to be studying to the end of the time. Elijah Muhammad, part of the reason why the scientist is looking at the Quran in the first place. They say, how the hell can this man, with a uneducated,
That's right, bro.
we took the human being out of him. We denied him education. We denied him the basic resources of his human nature. He couldn't have a wife and raise a family. He couldn't buy wood to build him a house. He couldn't buy shoes. He couldn't own nothing unless we gave it to him. And this man come and built an empire to rival any of our best minds. You know, they had to put his picture. I saw a picture with him side by side with Einstein. You know, they had to put his picture up with Einstein, trying to figure out where this man come from. You know, so that's the Holy Quran. That's the power of Allah's message, and they just discovering it, or they just getting the nerve up to say, hey, we gonna have to float or sink and die if we don't get more aggressive with the Quran. But they not giving a lot of credit. They giving science the credit. They giving, they changing language, and but Allah knows best. His plan is the ultimate plan. What they doing is real brief, and they deceiving themselves. But I believe what Allah's plan is for us to come out of this stupor that we've been in, this death stupor, that where we don't trust our own selves, and we don't take chances and take advantage of opportunity. That's our biggest problem as a people, that we do not take advantage of opportunity. You gamble on everything else. You go out in the street, drive crazy, run street lights, and do all kind of foolish things, but you won't take a chance on trying to get some money. I don't understand that. Who don't want money? And then when I leave here, they're gonna say, "Oh, Wallace must want some money. He needs some money." I'm selling my other cameras because I upgraded. They got another one that's 1,000 something DPI, and the difference, I can't tell the difference, but I still upgraded because I know that the ones that I upgraded, they sold. They sold. So I'm gonna have to get a contract where I can get more and sell more. And what I want to do is put some people in business. You can take this with you. Schools, churches. Could you imagine if the church let you get in there? Now, before I go to a church with this, I would let the pastor know that, man, you can get a piece of this money, so he don't be mad at you for walking out with all his money. Because you're going to walk out with all the money. I guarantee you, you're going to walk out with all the money. This is my last thing. I own, well, not own. I'm responsible for a few properties. My father knows this about me. This has always been my spirit. I don't care who owned it. I don't care who owned it. Wasn't that how we were? We don't care who owned the property.
That's right.
Give me the responsibility. I feel good. You don't even have to pay me. Most of the soldiers, they was taking care of the nation's property and wasn't even getting paid. But they took care of it like they loved it, like it was their own. Right?
That's right.
Right? And then Allah blessed you with money. Most of those that had that spirit, now the lazy ones that you had to kick in the butt, that didn't want to do no work and never was on time, didn't want to be on post, they eventually eliminated themselves.
That's right.
But they ain't got no money today, I guarantee it. Everybody that gave selfless of themselves and worked hard and turned on that man inside of them that was working in them, and then let that man become who they are, they getting paid, they making money, man. When I used to grow up, this I understand about these generations. The generations now, I sound like an old man, but I don't feel like one. When I was young, me and my partners, they used to be broke. I had money. My parents would put money in my pocket if I did my chores around the house. So I would run with them, and I would see them trying to make money. They'd be cleaning up, breaking people's leaves, cleaning up, and they say, "Don't worry about it. They doing it for free." I'm like, they ain't doing it for free, because later they're gonna say, "Can you give me anything? Give me a quarter." Now these Negroes got their hand out. I'll be wanting to kick them off the curb. When you see them cats sitting on the curb in front of the Walgreens or the store with their hand, I'm like, what the hell you got your hand? Go clean my car or polish my shoe or something.
Yeah.
Like, I ain't giving you nothing. And I ain't got no shame about it. Them people don't deserve our charity. If they ain't working, they don't deserve our charity. They need what they get. They need to get kicked in their behind. Somebody kick them off the damn curb and tell them go take a bath. Right. Yeah, because you can work. And now if he's out there with a bucket scrubbing the bubble gum off the sidewalk, then I'll throw him $1. But if we don't do this, if we don't get this laziness out of our mind. My father would let me drive the car around the corner. I'd be scared that I had his car too long because I've been polishing the hell out of it. I done vacuumed it clean. When he bring it back, he's like, damn. He's like, man, it's ready to go to a car show. And I felt good. And he didn't give me no money. He, most likely because I worked for him anyway. That's the mentality that we have to have. Don't nobody owe you nothing. A lot of us so bad, we think because of slavery, the white man owe us money. The slave master that had that mentality, that was a mentality that was given to him through corrupt religion. The original sin, the concept of original sin and Noah's, right. Yeah, of the black people being an inferior race. That comes from a corrupt mentality that has mostly died out. And white people today, they trying to figure us out, and Satan is speaking out there and putting in his ear that we worthless and we useless. And I told my wife the other day, I said, everybody that voted for Donald Trump wasn't a redneck. I'm like, don't get that in your mind. And that character that they show you of the redneck on TV, that's not a true character. That's a minority. So we got to get that out of my mind. I was going to ask Rod some things about what he thought about prospects for us, but I already see it. I see that change is coming for the people, for us as a whole, but those of us that sleep on it, that don't act on the opportunities the doors that's going to be open, don't think the door is shut just because you ain't knocked on it. So we got to take advantage of this time and this freedom that we have, and we may change Chicago. Right now, Chicago is tough for vendors. You don't see vendors like you see on the East and the West Coast. But that's going to change. So get you a cart. If the police run you off the corner, find out what the law say, and then come back the next week with your license or with your thing. But I think for black people, our most valuable resource is us. We are a market. We're a large market. Now, it's going to upset some people if we start supplying each other. The internet, man.
Yes, sir.
Half the stuff I shop for, I don't leave the house because of Amazon. Why can't we all have Amazon stores on Amazon and accounts, and we don't have to leave the house because we exclusively support every one of my purchases? A portion of it goes a donation to the Mosque cares on Amazon anyway. But we should have something like that. And your products. That's what I'm looking up. Your product. Oh, I'm running my mouth. One of the places I'm responsible for, we actually we went through an eviction. It was rough. But finally we got it, and my heart was jumping. I said, I hope they ain't destroyed this house. The house is just dirty. It's not bad. And the pump must have went out no less than a week ago. But of course they're not gonna tell you if they ain't pay you rent in 6 months, or we call and they ain't gonna tell you the pump went out. So there's some water down there. So I had to pay a plumber to pump the water out, and I had to pick the children up. So my wife, she had got the keys to the house. She had went to court and got the keys from the renters, and she went straight over to the house to meet the plumber. And the plumber pumped the water out, and then said one pump was just clogged. So he turned the pump on. It was actually 2 pumps. And the town that we're in, it's a flood town anyway. Before they had storm drains, the people told me that there'll be 4 feet of water in your basement if you wasn't careful. So, but that was solved maybe 20, 30 years ago. But you still get some water if you don't have pumps. The other pump was bad; it was dead. So she had to buy a new pump. So I told her, I said, when you're in the store, because I'm thinking to myself, this is how we should think all the time: how to solve problems. Tools. A sister asked me, say, oh, you must have a lot of time. How you do that? I said, no. I thought it out. What can make this easier for me to do the next time? It's kind of like if you got to go to the store to buy a mop just to clean your kitchen, and then you got to go back to the store because you ain't got soap, and then you don't have a bucket, you're using a pot. You get the stuff you need. you spill something on the floor, wipe it up, you know, and then rinse your rag out, hang your rag back up. And that's what I do. And I said, nah, it's because I'm prepared. And I thought hard and long about how to do this. Then you put things in place that's gonna make your life easy. And before you know it, you have what you need. So I'm thinking about the sump pump. I said, man, tell her, because I thought to myself, I'm like, this is too good to not exist. I said, tell them you want an app, or if you don't know if this app exists, an app with a small electronic device that's going to tell you the condition of the pump. Is the pump just cycling too much, or is the pump damaged in some way? Or has the pump died? That's what I want to know, because I can call my tenants and say, hey, make sure the power's on down there in the pump. Do you hear it running? And then they say, yeah, I just heard it kick on. Does you hear something go, something spit?